I would say it was really just getting all the paperwork done, getting my transcripts from Germany translated, and making sure I was able to be cleared by the clearinghouse to attend college. To me, I would say it was a little different because really I had no idea about going to college and whatnot. I was really expecting to just to go to high school and go back to Germany, and then I started receiving scholarships. So I really never applied to schools like other student athletes or students at my high school did. I remember I went to the Boston College football camp, and then UConn offered me, Boston College offered me, UNH offered me, and Southern Mississippi offered me. And those were the four schools that offered me, and then I could really choose to where I was going to go. I think my circumstances were a little bit different than other student athletes from other countries coming directly to the US because I've been living in the US for 2 years at that point already. But nonetheless, I think my official visit helped me a lot just to get a vibe and meet some people and really see what the university is about. And I remember, I went to UNH, I went to Southern Mississippi, and then went to Boston College, and I went to UConn. So really, right away when I went to Boston College, I really knew that was the place I was going to go to. Right away, Boston College was very appealing to me, and I'm just not talking about the program, the football team, or just the overall location. It was really the people I've met on my official visit, the overall vibe I was getting, the conversations I had. So right away, I really knew this was going to be the place I wanted to go to. German and American football is so different. Really thinking about it just from an organizational standpoint, because back in Germany, we don't have school sports. We don't have sports in high school. We don't have sports at a college level. So everything is just on a much bigger spectrum. So, we maybe have 500 people show up to a game in Germany, and then you got 50,000 people showing up at a college game. So it was just like a lot of things that are very different about it. You practice twice a week in Germany. You practice every day uh, at the college level. So really, a lot of different stuff going on. Really, there was never a language barrier when it came to the transition from German football coming to the U.S. because the terminology, the words we used for the place were all in English. So really, when it comes to that, it was much easier for me to play football and understand what my coach was saying to me than being in class and have a teacher try to explain something. There's really a lot of things I could say about this one, but most importantly, I think to me, were it was very humbling. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter if you were great in the country where you come from. If you were great in high school, once you get to college, you're at the bottom of the food chain again, and you have to work yourself all the way up again. So it was very humbling going up against guys who were all able to beat you, and you have to find a way to become better. Then the next thing really has nothing to do with sports. It's really just the whole college experience, the people you meet, teachers, relationships, and you meet so many different people who have a great influence on you, mentors, friends, and I think everything come together is is great and really pushes anyone who attends college to become the best person he can be. I would advise to seek out a program that helps international student athletes to be recruited by American colleges because usually when you go through a program, they already have a reputation. So if they send out your highlight tape, the source is more credible, and then they really consider giving them a scholarship out to that athlete. Really, nothing much has changed. It's just me coming back. But it is great to see the younger generations just getting so excited when I show up at practice, trying to coach a little bit, show them stuff maybe they haven't heard, haven't seen before. But besides that, going back to Germany, is always the same. I visit my friends, I visit my family, and I always try to set up as much football practice as I can, just to pass on some wisdom and some knowledge. I don't think that there's a ritual I have, but one thing, and I think every athlete kind of has it, is just a routine. That you really don't want to switch up your routine. You kind of stick to what you do, and it's always the same thing. You know, you come into the locker room, you got your headphones on, you vibe into some music. You know, you do the same thing. Maybe you take a shower. You know, maybe you brush your teeth one more time. Things like that. Me, I just hop in the shower, come out, put the pads on, just sit there for 20, 30 minutes, listen to some music, and get ready to play a game. Resources and programs such as Locker Room Talk can be very helpful for any student athlete, I believe. And if not actively, really it's about hearing from other student athletes, hearing how they went about it, hearing about how they applied, what kind of resources they used, and then kind of find the same things. And speaking of myself, that's how I did it, really. You know, there was a couple guys who already reached out to those scholarship programs to go to the U.S. And, you know, just by hearing about it, I tried to do the same thing. And fortunately, it all worked out.